Hey guys, we're back out. We're heading to location now. A little bit late, but we're going to do the Stealth Camping Alliance's challenge for January, which is to camp near a railway track. I'm going to check out a spot. I haven't had a chance to scout it live, just on Google Maps. And we're also going to try our first tarp setup. So we'll see how that goes. But I got about a 15-minute hike and about 45 minutes of daylight left. So we're going to try and get there in the next 10 minutes or so I can hopefully get set up before it gets dark. We're also going to be joined tonight on my channel by Cosmic Angel, part of the Stealth Camping Alliance, and we're going to partake in a podcast interview sort of scenario. The first of its kind for the Stealth Camp Alliance, so I'm honored to be part of that. But yeah, we got a little bit of a walk left. So once we get near the location, I'll show you where we're going. And hopefully we can get in there with a tarp, because I didn't bring a tent. So we'll see you in a bit. Okay guys, so we've reached the area that I want to go. I'm going to walk through two fields. And didn't show it on Google Earth, but this one's got quite a steep incline on it. Recently my foot's been feeling a bit better since December, but we're feeling it right now just from that little bit of a walk through muddy incline. Not to mention we're out of breath because we're out of shape. But we're just pausing for a minute here. We're going to check on through. I'll give you a nice shot of my scenery right now. Try not to blind you guys with the sun. Yeah. So that's the scenery we'll wake up to tomorrow. A little bit further away, but we'll get there. Alright. That's enough blathering. Back to walking. So we are in for the night. Not as great a setup as I was hoping for, but we kind of made it work, I hope. It's blustering a little bit, so it's going to be some flapping around. Got my mat, my sleeping bag. I didn't bring my pillow today. I'll show you why. I'm just going to flip this around. I got a giant fisherman sweater on that I used to wear outside to work in the Canadian winters. So I'm going to just tuck my coat under my head and use that as my pillow tonight. We'll go outside in a minute and show you guys how it's set up. It's kind of dodgy because we're on a bit of a hill that leads down on the railway track. But the next and most important step of any camping adventure is the second step. And today's second step is proudly brought to you by Foster's. As I was informed, not an Australian beer, even though it was marketed as such when I was a kid in England. So we're going to sit down, we're going to enjoy this. It's a little bit dodgy here. I got some chicken wire in my setup with me because there's a torn down fence. There's some thorn bushes all around. Oh, that's refreshing. I needed that. Oh, that is good. But for those of you who've watched my videos, you know I've slept in worse setups. That bivvy tent was the worst thing possible. It was soaking wet. Both times. The first time it was soaking wet because I floated down the river. The second time it was soaking wet because of condensation. It just couldn't deal with it. I get the feeling we're going to get some moisture tonight too, because it's supposed to drop from 10 degrees to 1 degree overnight, and the humidity is about 93%. It's only a very slim chance of rain, but that'll come in the morning, and if it does, my feet will get wet. And I'm hoping it doesn't, because I don't really want to do the walk I did here through the rain. Update on my foot. It's fucking killing me. I do get a prescription on Saturday for it. It's been at the chemist ever since I went to the doctor's. I just haven't had a chance to get there, what with work being work. I look a little bit like Jabba the Hutt with this sweater on sitting the way I am, so we'll have to find a different way to sit later on when we do the podcast. But I'm going to enjoy this beer, and then I'm going to get some supper on, which is I got a couple of lamb steaks and a teriyaki mushroom stir fry that I'm going to make. It's just packet stir fry mix. I wanted to make something gourmet today, but then I figured with working for 4 in the morning till 1:30 this afternoon, and then getting out, getting set up, I'm a tired old man, so we're going to drink this, and then we're going to drink another one, and then quite possibly we'll drink another one, and we'll get nice and comfy here, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys when I cook my supper. I'll show you guys what I'm making tonight. Let's see. So, got British lamb steaks. We're going to fry that up. I think I smoked for 30 years. It's just a mushroom stir fry. I usually make my own if I'm going to stir fry, but like I said, it's got some shoots in it, some carrots, some mushrooms. And, oh, there's the train going by, guys. We got some teriyaki stir fry mix, and we're going to put it in with that bad boy. And let that cook for about half an hour. And hopefully we'll show you guys some trains. We're literally about 15 feet from the tracks. Not far from the motorway as well, but you can't hear the traffic as bad because there's trees in the way. But I don't want to be trekking around here in the dark, simply because I couldn't find my headlamp since my last camp. So I gotta look for that. It's kind of important. Alright, I'll be back in a bit. I'm gonna enjoy this beer. Alright guys, so I'm just gonna walk back a little bit, show you the setup for the night. Sorry about my thumb. We gotta be careful of that house up there. It's not really arrowhead like I wanted, so I didn't have enough power cord to make it tight. But it'll do. Even if it rains, I can slide the sleeping bag in a little bit further, keep myself dry. But right behind there's about a 30-foot drop, and then there's, hopefully we can see one come by over here. The train tracks are right down there. You can see them. Hang out for a little bit, have a beer. Still enjoying my beer. See the signal lights for the bridge. Oh, here comes one now. Oh, yeah. We're about 25-30 feet away. So it's probably going to wake me up when it goes through if I sleep. Those who know me know I struggle to sleep on these trips. But yeah, so that's the setup for tonight. I won't be getting up going too far to go pee, that's for sure, because God knows I got, like I said, there's chicken wire down here and it leads right into my setup. But like I said, I'm hoping it doesn't rain tomorrow in the morning, because if it does, that's what I'm going to walk through. 3 fields like that. So fingers crossed for me, folks. Okay, so we got the lamb steaks on the stove. I wanted to put them on a lower temperature than they are, but the wind keeps picking up and blowing out the flame. Excuse me. So we're gonna let that render down, fry some of that fat off, chuck the vegetables in with a stir fry, and then put the sauce over the top. I did want to make something a little more gourmet this trip, but I realized I was doing on a work day, and honestly I'm tired. I'm old. Working from 4 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon, and then getting ready to go camping and then hiking, and it takes a toll. So this is what we're gonna have for tonight. It's frying a little bit faster than I wanted to, but That's okay. It is lamb. The fat will render down. Then we'll get the stir fry sauce on in a little while. Won't take long to cook these through. And yeah, we'll have a nice lamb mushroom stir fry with teriyaki sauce. But every time I turn the heat down, the wind's blowing the flame out today, so that's as low as I can get it while it will keep the flame. So that kind of sucks. But yeah, we'll get back to you when that's on. Well, when we got the next step ready. So there we got the vegetables in with the sauce. We're gonna let that cook for, you know, a couple of minutes. Let those vegetables get nice and softened up with the fat from the lamb chops. While this is cooking, this is a perfect opportunity to give some shout outs and some channels that I recommend you guys go check out. Hidden Hammock, Weed in the Bush, Day Tripper, Truesdale TV, Steve the Transit Camper, Uncle Hugh's Adventures, Southern Alberta Distractions, Camping in Plain Sight, who came up with this challenge for this month. A bunch of these guys have just hit 1,000 subs, so go check them out. See if you can get their first ad revenue for them. There's also Lisa's Day Off. There's Cosmic Angel 555, who we're going to be on with later, Hazel. So there's a lot of us in this. We've been talking to Billy from Off Camping, hoping to persuade him to come join us. Billy, if you're out there, you're watching, come join us. It'll be a lot of fun. We do the challenges, come up with a bunch of dumb stuff to do. It's just up your alley, mate. Plus you can teach me how to cook lamb better than I am right now. Anyways, yeah guys, go check those guys out. Highly recommend it. You won't be disappointed. Their videos are a little bit longer than mine, but that's fantastic because it's a little more content. For all my Canadian friends that enjoyed their Mary Jane, Weed in the Bush, I highly recommend you go check him out. He does reviews of the cannabis. Not my my flavor of vice, but we all have our own. Yeah, so definitely go check out all those guys. Make sure you guys are searching the stealth camps by hashtag Stealth Camping Alliance. You'll find us all. Alright, I'm gonna get back to stirring my food here. Alright guys, it's about 9:30. I just got off a wonderful interview with Cosmic Angel to do the podcast for Stealth Camping Alliance. Went really well. Conversation was great. A little bit chilly out, but not bad. I got the heating pads, the little disposable ones, in my hands, which is the only part of me that's really cold. A little bit of condensation on the tarp, but it's England, that's to be expected. But we're gonna try and crash out for the night, and I'll touch base with you if we don't get much sleep, or if not, I'll see you in the morning. But I honestly think I'm gonna pass out. I'm really tired. I fell asleep just before I was scheduled to do the podcast and had to wake up and do it. Yeah, thanks for watching this far, guys. Appreciate it, and we'll touch base with you a bit later. Morning, guys. It's about 7 o'clock. Didn't get much sleep. Got some sleep. There is a nice thin layer of ice over everything this morning. And my head's a little bit damp, but no complaints compared to the last one. I'm way warmer. Had the heating pads in my hands all night while I tried to sleep. Still, I gotta get a better mat. That's the big thing, is for my comfort, is the mat. The train started going around 5 o'clock in the morning again. One particularly loud fella. The birds are going. We're gonna have this morning cigarette and clean up here. Probably gonna have a coffee before I go today. I'll get back to you in a bit. Alright, so I got my coffee. Why am I covering up the camera? I'm right-handed, so I'm drinking my coffee with my right hand. I'm trying to run a camera with my left hand. Doesn't work very well. Got a toffee nut latte. Gonna enjoy this. And then pack up, head out of here. I don't see any signs of the farmers around yet. The train started. They stopped around 2 and they started around 5. The one that started up this morning was really loud, but yeah, so that is what it is. But I gotta get this tore down because it's covered in ice and it's making me freezing now that I'm out of my sleeping bag. So we're gonna get tore down and drink my coffee and head on out of here. And it's been a good camp though, no complaints. Except how I can not use my camera this morning because I'm half out of it. But I'll see you guys in a bit. Oh, coffee's all done. Now all that's left is to start packing up and go home. My sleeping bag didn't want to go in its little sack this morning. Probably because it got a little damp from the tarp freezing overnight. A little bit damp, but nowhere near as bad as last time. But yeah, so all that's left now is to pack up, leave no trace as normal, head on home, and hopefully don't break my ankle on this field. See you in a bit. So we're all torn down for the day, heading to my camp. This is where we camped. As you see, this a little bit of ice on the ground. My tarp is frozen solid, so I haven't been able to fold it down and put it in its bag. So we'll take that home and thaw it out and wrap it up properly. We did get busted. About 5 minutes ago while I was tearing down, the farmer that owns this land came over and had a little chat. And he saw that I was clearing up all my rubbish and packing up after myself, so he's very respectful. He just said in future you should request the person's permission. But I'd still say it was a successful camp because we got through to the point where we were packing up. We didn't get moved on. And we've got the train tracks right in the background here. So I'll show you that again real quick. Right there is the train tracks. It's also the major motorway. So yeah, so that's that. So we're gonna head on home for the day. And I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching, guys. I do appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. I look forward to the podcast being released that we did with Hazel last night for the Stealth Camp Alliance. And yeah, it's nice to get out again. Now I gotta get through this field without messing up my ankle, so wish me luck.